discuss about Sister Carrie, which is published in 1900, is a novel by Theodore Dreiser about a young woman who moves to the big city where she starts realizing her own American dream. She first becomes a mistress to men that she perceives as superior, but later become a famous actress. It has been called the greatest of all American urban novels. Its characters is the Caroline Carrie Meeber, okay, aka Carrie Wheeler and Carrie Medinda, the later her stage name. Okay, Minnie Hanson, Carrie's elder sister, Seven Hanson, Minnie's husband. Okay, and Charles H. Dorrit, buoyant traveling salesman, George W. Harstwood, George Ware, Julia Harstwood, George Strongwill, okay, and Jessica Harstwood, George's daughter, George Harstwood Jr., George's son, Mr. and Mrs. Mancy, a wealthy merchant, and his vivacious young wife who live in the same building as Hartswood and Carrie in New York City. Robert Amis, Mrs. Vance's cousin from Indiana, a handsome young scholar whom Carrie regards as a male ideal. Lowell Osborne, a friend and Croas girl Carrie meets during a theater production. So now the plot discussion is in late 1889, dissatisfied with life in Columbia City, uh, Wisconsin, 18 years old Caroline Meeber's sister Carrie to her family takes the train in Chicago to live with her older sister Minnie and Minnie's husband. On the train, Carrie meets Charles Doriet, a traveling salesman who is attracted to her because of her simple beauty and unspoiled manner. They exchange contact information, but upon discovering the steady round of toil and somber atmosphere at her sister's fate, she writes the droid and discourage him from calling on her there. Carrie soon finds a job running a machine in a store factory and gives most of her meager salary to the Hansons for a room and board. One day after an illness cost her job, she encounters Droid. He persuades her to leave her dull, constricted life and move in with him to press his case. He leaves Carrie to $10 bill, opening a vista of material possibilities to her. The next day, he revives her feeble attempt to return the money and retain her virtue, taking her shopping at a Chicago department store and buying her a jacket and some shoes. That night, she moves in with him. Dorrit installs her in a much nicer apartment. She gradually sees her provincial mannerisms. By the time he introduces her to George Hartswood, the manager of Fitzgerald and Moyes, a respectable bar that Dorrit describes as a way of soil place. Her material appearance has improved considerably. Herzog, a married man who a social climbing wife, a 20-year-old son, and a 17-year-old daughter, becomes infatuated with Carrie, and before long they start an affair, meeting secretly while Dorrit is away on a business trip. One night, Dorrit casually agrees to find an actress to play Laura in an amateur theatrical presentation of Augustine Daly's melodrama under the gaslight for his local chapter of the lyrics. He encourages a hesitant Carrie to take the part. Carrie turns out to have acting talent and her ambitions is born. Initially, he falls victim to stage fright, but Dorit's encouragement between acts enables her to give a fine performance that not only refits the audience attention in it inflames Harshwood's passion, and he decides to take Carrie away from Dorrit. The next day, Dorrit finds out about the affair while Harshwood's wife Julia learns that Harshwood has been seen with another woman. Harshwood makes an advance, and when Carrie asks if he will marry her, he says yes. Later, Dorrit confronts Carrie and informs her that Harshwood is married, and then walks out on her after a night of drinking and despairing at his now emboldened wife's demand and Carrie's rejection. Later, Harshwood finds that the safe is Fitzgerald and Moy's office has accidentally been left unlocked when he inadvertently locks the safe after taking the money out. He drunkenly panics and steals the day's proce- proceeds, more than $10,000, under the uh, false pretext of Dorrit's sudden illness. He lures Carrie onto a train and takes her to Canada. In Montreal, Harshwood is found by a private investigator. He returns most of the stolen funds to avoid prosecution. Harshwood mollifies Carrie by arranging a marriage ceremony, and the couple move to New York City. They rent a flat where they live as George and Carrie Wheeler. Harshwood buys a minority interest in a saloon, and at first is able to provide Carrie with a adequate, if not lavish, lifestyle. The couple grow distant, however, as their finances do not improve much. Carrie dissatisfaction only increases when she makes friends with a new neighbor, Mrs. Vinci, whose husband is prosperous. Through Mrs. Vince, Carrie meets Robert Amis, a bright young scholar from Indiana, and her neighbor's cousin, who introduces her to the idea that great art, rather than showy materialism, is worthy of admiration. After only a few years, the saloon's landlord sells the property, and Harshwood's business partner decides to terminate the partnership, too proud to accept any of the limited job opportunity available to him. Harshwood watches his savings dwindle. He urges Carrie to economize, which she finds humiliating and distasteful. As Harshwood gradually sinks into apathy, Carrie becomes a chorus girl through her good look, while he uh, uh, dito, sorry, while he deteriorates further. She rises from the chorus line to small roles. Her performance as a minor, non-speaking character of frowning Quakers, Quakers greatly amuses the audience and makes the play a hit. She is befriended by another chorus girl, Lua Osborne, who asks Carrie to become her roommate. In her final attempt to earn money, her suit becomes a scab driving a Brooklyn streetcar during a operator strike. His ill-fated venture lasts only 2 days, ending after a couple of violent encounters with the strikers. Carrie, unaware of Hurstwood's reason for quitting, leaves him. Hurstwood ultimately becomes one of the homeless of New York, taking odd jobs, falling ill with pneumonia, and finally become a beggar. He ultimately commits suicide in a flop house. Carrie achieves stardom but finds that even with her fame and fortune, she is lonely and unhappy. So that's all about the novel um, sister.